Hi guys, so today we're doing another installment of Collector's Corner and we're going to talk about Barbie. We have quite a bit of Barbie here in our shop, and this collection we keep here, and technically since we own the shop this is our collection, but we're trying not to collect Barbie actively the way we collect American Girl, Bratz, and Monster High, because that would be a little too overwhelming. There's a lot of Barbie out there, and Mattel made a lot of her. So knowing the way we collect, we've made a conscious decision that we only acquire Barbies when it's part of an estate. What I mean by estate is I'm an auctioneer and I liquidate estates. Basically, I sell things for people. And when it's time to sell their items, if they have Barbies or dolls, we bring that in the shop, because some Barbies, like the ones behind me, tend to do better in a shop setting than at auction. We're also going to show you some dolls that we sold at auction so you can see what I mean. And the dolls in front of you, these two here, these are part of my collection. I think I own a total of 4 Barbies. So stay tuned, and we're going to look at the Barbies in our store's collection. We're not going to do a comprehensive overview of Mattel and Barbie and the history of Barbie, because you can Google and Wiki and there's a lot of information out there, more than I can provide. We're just going to take a look at what we have here in the shop, just so you can see what we have in this installment of Collector's Corner. So here we go. We're going to talk about Barbie. Let's take a look at the dolls we sold at auction first. The first one is this Ken doll. He has flocked hair and he has his original box with some clothing. We sold him for $110. The next doll is this bubble cut Barbie doll. She comes with the black case and the contents. Once we looked at the contents, we found out that it included the stewardess outfit, original wire doll stand. However, the doll is not perfect. She has green ear. We sold her at auction also about a year ago for $90. Next doll is this Ponytail Barbie. She comes with a long black cocktail dress and an orange brocade coat. We sold her for $65. The next doll we're going to look at is this Ken doll. He comes with a yellow case and some clothing. Unfortunately, he has a very noticeable paint rub on his hair, and collectors don't like that. Also, the yellow case is in poor condition. For that reason, he only brought $25 at the auction. So this box is also in our shop's inventory. It is a vintage box and is written on it Barbie. When you open it up, we have kept it in the original condition the way we got it from the estate. There's some doll clothing. There's another vintage doll. And the clothing belongs to a composition Shirley Temple doll. But let's focus on this Ken doll here. And also there's the Barbie. Both these dolls are vintage. However, they appear to have a lot of damage to them. If you take a closer look at Barbie's neck, it looks like there's some bite marks. I mean, this doll looks like it's been through the war. But both of these dolls, they came with this case and they're in our shop's inventory. We will eventually be pricing them and trying to sell them. The flocking on Ken's hair, if you can notice, is very well rubbed. Obviously, the little girl who had both these dolls really loved to play with them. Now we're going to look at the dolls in our shop's inventory. We've used the standard Barbie dollhouse. We took the pitched roof off and we were able to slide this whole dollhouse into a shelf. At the top floor, we have the boy dolls, the princes and other boy dolls that we find that are 12 inches high, Barbie scale, and we put them on the top floor. Keeping the boys company is a Rosie O'Donnell Barbie. This middle shelf is home to all the Barbie dolls that we found on our yard sailing, thrift shopping, and flea marketing trips. When we find these dolls, we clean them up, we dress them up, and they land on this middle shelf. If you notice in the back, there's a Silken Flame Barbie still in her original box. This lower level is also home to Barbie dolls that are dressed. However, you will see there are some Barbie dolls that are works in progress. This shelf holds the Barbie dolls until we can find all their clothes and shoes and to have them dressed. Basically, whatever we find that are Barbies and Barbie type dolls lives in this display case. In addition to Barbie and other 12-inch dolls, we have a lot of Barbie fashion packs. We were able to get from an estate in the Midwest a huge collection of mostly 1990s Barbie fashion packs. I'm going to go through on this shelving unit and show you shelf by shelf what we have. The top, we have the Barbie case and 2 Ken dolls. This vintage. Then we have Kelly and Friends here. This is a fashion pack for her, plus one of the Barbie type dolls that we bought before at the thrift store. And down here we have a Barbie fashion pack with Benetton. That's a blast from the past. And at the top shelf, we have more Barbie cases and a vintage Barbie. Below that, we have a black case similar to the one we sold at auction, and more Barbie cases and dolls that are in the box. We have a lot of these graduation Barbies. They tend to do better in the store than at auction. And now we have more fashion packs. This red and black and white one, I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to use it for one of my pull-up dolls. This Barbie playset is part of the Barbie gym playset. It is a vintage piece. We only have 2 pieces because we bought it part of an estate, and it has the blue mirrors and it folds into like a round cylindrical piece. And also part of the estate purchase was this package of Barbie boots and other little accessories. On this next shelf is another holiday Barbie, and next to her is the blue Barbie case, which contains a brunette bubble cut Barbie. This one is vintage, and she is dressed in a hot pink satin jumpsuit. And included with her was a bunch of different clothing. This is how it came to us from the consignor, and we're going to sell this in our shop for them. Now there's the Barbie Knitting and another case filled with Barbie clothes. This case has like a wraparound plastic window which lets you see what is inside. And inside is just filled with Barbie accessories. This whole thing was purchased at an estate, and everything you see here was inside. We will eventually sell everything here in the shop. Now below that, we have the Real Model collection. This is the Christy Brinkley Barbie and another fashion pack behind her. And over here we have the Graduation Barbie and another fashion pack. More Graduation Barbies. Most of these fashion packs on the Barbies are 1990s, early 2000s. And we have a Volkswagen bus. Now to look at my collection, I have these 3 Barbies. We have an African American Barbie. She doesn't really move. And then we have these 2 reproduction Barbies. They are made to look like the original Barbie with the black and white striped bathing suit. The one on the right, the African American one, that bathing suit I think is original because I got it at this one right here. I got her at a flea market. And if you can see, her bathing suit looks worn, and I think it might be original. So I'm very happy to have these 3 dolls as part of my collection. You guys have already met her. We got her at the Goodwill. She is the bubble cut Barbie, and she is vintage. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this Collector's Corner featuring Barbie. She is an iconic doll, and she is here to stay. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.